orders from headquarters. Somebody needs to create a basic site like Expose Gore, Stop Gore, Arrest Gore, and list all the videos of people confronting him, the articles of people confronting him, and track doing web searches, because Gore won't list where he's going because he's worried about this. He pulled it about a month ago. But you can still do Google searches and find out where he's going to be speaking. They only propagandize locally, the media, to get everybody to his events so he can indoctrinate them into his new religion, our choice, mass murder and tyranny, or freedom. He wants tyranny. That way I could link to it and get all of our listeners to go to these events. But it's already happening. I mean, but if we start publicizing where he's going, there won't be hundreds, as the media has reported, in some cases protesting him. There will be thousands. Oh, man. I wish Glenn Beck would do something effective like this, instead of having people stand out in the rain. And I'm not saying that's bad, but we need to really have thousands of mini demonstrations, because those then take over all the TV reports, all the print reports, and expose him for what he really is. And this is, again, the amount of press this gets when 10, 15 people go to a book signing, go in, confront him, mess up his whole agenda, expose the fraud, bring up ClimateGate. What you saw in that video should be a blueprint of how to do this. And then yell and scream at him that he's a traitor and a liar and a fraud and a criminal with Ken Lay as he leaves. Let me tell you, he will suspend his tour very, very quickly if this continues. And he needs to be in jail for all his crimes. And this is how you get justice, is going, there's the criminal, there's the bad man. Now, I want to play this video. This is not the winning 20 Minutes with the President video from Charlie Sheen's contest. This is the same guy that made that winning video. And I love the little pearls of wisdom. He breaks down the fraud in this graph, this little 2-minute video titled The Global Warming Fraud. The Global Warming Hoax. It's up on Infowars.com if you want to watch it. But here is that video.
Family, if you haven't heard the latest, global warming has been a scam from the get-go. All along, they have been setting up this global carbon tax as a huge fraud on the American people and the people of the world in order for the UN to move into global governance. They want to control every aspect of our lives. So if you're a liberty, freedom-loving American, you're going to get screwed over, just like everybody else in the rest of the world. Now, I decided that I wanted to take a minute to go over the hugest scams they've been perpetrating over the last 10 years. So why don't we take a quick jump and take a look at some of these, okay? Let's start with 9/11. 60% of the commissioners say the official story isn't true because that ship is sinking. War on Terror, cooked up decades ago to replace the Cold War to keep the military machine moving. Afghanistan, not about Al-Qaeda because CIA created Al-Qaeda. It's about the Caspian Pipeline and protecting the opium poppy fields. Iraq, weapons of mass destruction. Need I say more? Housing bubble. Real estate only goes up in price, right? Wrong. They lied to you. Now the banks own all the property in this country off of your bankruptcy. Banker bailout. Oh, we need the money to save the banks so we can buy up these toxic assets and start lending again. That's a lie. They took the money to buy up other smaller corporations and phase out other banks and take control. Swine flu. This is insane. These guys are crazy. A designer flu created in a lab. Global warming, the granddaddy of them all, that they were going to use to institute global governance. I can't wait for this Copenhagen Treaty. I hope you guys are on top of this, because all of this is a lie. All of it. If you want your freedom and you want your liberties, you need to take a look at these and seriously think about it. You're being lied to, and the mainstream media is complicit, and they should all be charged with criminal felonies. They need to be tried as criminals and brought to justice.
I start thinking about the ClimateGate emails. We're only a week and a half into this, and it's devastating the New World Order. The key to their whole global taxing system, the heart of the New World Order, neo-feudalistic serf eugenics grid being exposed. I think about Al Gore being eloquently shouted down as a criminal, as a fraud, as a eugenicist kingpin everywhere he goes. It just makes me happy. You know, we've done so much in this audience, teaching people how much power they have and showing them how to take action. And I'm not giving myself credit for this, even though we deserve a lot of it. I'm trying to show people the power they have and the effect we're having and how much this could grow. I mean, you think things have grown in resistance. We've only begun the parabolic rate straight up. Up, up, and away. In, through, and beyond. I mean, I'm going to keep driving and pushing and hammering as hard as I can, but at this point, I could pretty much walk away from this. And what we've done just in this audience, with this great audience taking action, is a serious blow to the New World Order. So many people have shattered the left-right paradigm. They understand the globalist system. They've read their documents. The explosive growth curve of knowledge is now happening. I know where that leads because I've gone down that road myself. People are becoming enlightened right now, and I can feel the spirit of victory and liberty and freedom rising. Man. Surf's up, ladies and gentlemen. Catch the wave. Fighting the New World Order. Oh, man, I'm literally having endorphin right now, which I rarely get endorphin rushes on political issues because I'm just so focused. But, I mean, all these years, 14 years fighting them, I can't imagine what the adrenaline rush is like for G. Edward Griffin, by the way, who Thursday's going to be in studio with us. I can't imagine what it's like for people like Bob Chapman. You know, Charlie Sheen and I talk about the incredible rush we get doing the right thing. What was that quote that Chris Garcia, winner of the 20 Minutes with the President contest, what was that quote? He quoted me about there's no rush like fighting tyranny. I mean, that's not my exact quote. Can't remember my own quote because this stuff just comes out of me. But, oh, man, I need to vacate. There's no high like fighting tyranny. Yeah, no, that's not the exact quote. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's in the interview with him from Charlie Sheen yesterday. But it's almost more exhausting having this much exhilaration because they're just piles of evil, piles of evidence that these are criminals. But we'll continue to chronicle their criminal activities like the Founding Fathers did in the 15 years before the Revolutionary War in 1775, 1776 with their committees of correspondence. But we're now beginning to transfer and transition away from just exposing them to the public knows they're a bunch of crooks. How do we bring these people down? Well, you go out and confront them everywhere. You shout them down. You expose them. You wake up the sheeple that aren't awake because they're ready to be awakened right now. I want to go to Mike, Joe, Thomas, Dan, Mike, and others. They just all ask great questions, probing questions that are exhausting to answer, but I'm going to do it. I mean, I'm really exhausted right now, but it feels like I just played a football game and we won. And I'm meeting my cheerleader girlfriend in the parking lot. I mean, you know, but the battle isn't over, ladies and gentlemen. We're just beginning to win victories. We're still bloodied and in deep trouble. And we better treat this like it's life and death because it is. But that's the victory. The people are starting to figure out this is eugenics we're facing. This is mass Nazism. This is New World Order. They're really starting to get just how monumental and big this is. Woo. For all of you out there fighting tyranny, I salute you.